Hey, what's up, it's Rachel. Welcome back to my channel. This is the second video in my college prep series where I am sharing my secrets for college success both in and out of the classroom. I'm super excited about this video because I got to kind of pretend I was a freshman again for a little bit and plan what I would do with the dorm room and put together a list of things that you should be bringing to college. In the first video in this series, I talked about all the things I wish I knew when I started college and how you could use those tips to have a more successful college experience of your own. Also, I have a game that's still going where you can win free Starbucks, and in that video is all the info about that. So if you haven't watched it, you should totally watch that one. In today's video, we are talking all things college packing. I know that because of COVID, some of you are going to be doing online school and not packing and going to school, which is a bummer. And I'll make a video about all my tips for succeeding in online school as well. But this video is geared toward those of you that are getting ready to go to school and are wondering, what the heck am I supposed to bring with me? Well, I have all the answers for you. And guys, I went hard in this video. I have the exact links to all the specific items I would buy if I were starting school again in the fall. For the sake of this video, I'm pretending I am one of you guys, class of 2024, and here is what we need to bring to college. The first thing I picked out was a comforter. Most schools have twin XL size mattresses, but you might want to check with your school before you start buying bedding. If you already have a twin XL size mattress and you already have the bedding that you like, then you can obviously bring that. But for the sake of this video, I'm assuming that you don't. So here is the comforter that I picked out. It is gray. I liked this light gray color. I have these things on my phone, so if I'm looking at my phone, that's why, but I'll put them on the screen for you guys to see. This is from Bed Bath & Beyond. The color is called Silver, but it's just this light gray color, and I think it's super cute. Obviously, you can pick out whatever comforter suits your style, but I recommend that you pick a neutral tone because your style is very likely to change throughout college. You're going to find new things you're interested in. You're going to want to redo your room. I went to school for 3 years. I graduated early, so I was only in school for 3 years, but each year I had like a different room. Comforters are something that you spend money on, that you're investing in, and you want to find one that you like, that feels comfortable, and then why would you want to have to keep buying new ones, you know? So I recommend pick a color that's neutral, that could go with lots of different styles and themes, and then that way whenever you want to redo your room or change up your style or it just naturally changes, then you still have a comforter that you like. In addition to comforters, obviously you're going to need to get twin XL sheets. I picked out 2 pairs of sheets. The first ones were these pale pink sheets. Right now, I'm really into this color. When I actually started college, I didn't like pink at all. So like I said, your tastes change. These sheets are just from Belk. They're obviously just a simple light pink, and I think that they'll look really cute with the comforter. I recommend going a little more colorful or patterned on the sheets and other things in your room because those are not as expensive and easier to change out, and you'll have to go through them quicker and wash them more and all that stuff than a comforter. Also, Belk has a really big sale going with the code back to school, so a lot of their home stuff and college stuff is 65% off right now, including these sheets. So snag yourself a deal. The second pair of sheets that I picked out were these leaf print ones. These I found on Home Depot, which is kind of weird. I mean, maybe it's not weird, but to me that doesn't seem like the place I'd go to buy like cute home stuff. But oh my gosh, look at this print. These were adorable. They have like several shades. I liked the green one, and also a lot of the other ones were sold out. So by the time that you look at it, maybe they'll be back in stock. If you like some of the other colors, go for it. But I thought this green color was super cute. Would also look really good with that gray comforter, and I really like plants. So having plants on my sheets, I would probably have plants in my dorm room if I were going back to school, so I would totally buy these. There are going to be things in here that you might not absolutely need, but the goal is for me to cover like all the bases. I remember watching these videos when I started college, and I would watch them to see things that I hadn't thought of before, so I'm trying to like get everything just in case there's something that you're like, oh no, like I should buy that. The next thing you need is a laundry basket. This is very important. I don't know, you might have one that you use at home that you want to take with you, but at least in my house we had like home communal laundry baskets, so I had to buy my own. I bought this collapsible crap one. If I can find a picture of it or one that's similar, I'll put it up on the screen so you can see it. Do not buy a collapsible laundry basket. I hated mine. I bought it because it seemed like a good idea to like conserve space and stuff, but the reality is you need it pretty much most of the time. Like you know, put your dirty clothes in it and then you wash them, but then you immediately have dirty clothes again. So you don't really need something that's collapsible. And then over time, it doesn't stand up very well anymore. So at first it's like, oh, this is a good idea. It's big and then it's small. But after like a year of using it, it was just like bent and crooked and like messed up. So I recommend getting like a sturdy one so that it will just last you a longer time. So here is a laundry basket that I picked out. I think this is freaking adorable. I really like the basket, like an actual basket laundry basket. That seems kind of redundant, but you know what I mean. This white and tan is really cute. Honestly, if you can thrift a basket that's big enough to be a laundry basket, that's going to be cheaper and probably more unique and cute. But I really like this one from Kohl's. It's not expensive and it's on sale right now. I think the most expensive one is $20 and that's for like the biggest size. So you can pick what size you want. I would probably go with a bigger size just because I know the reality is I always say I'm going to wash clothes every week and then it's like 10 days or 2 weeks before I do. So know yourself, it's up to you. Along with the theme of doing laundry, you need to buy laundry detergent. This was something I forgot until I went to school, and then I was like, oh, I needed to do laundry detergent, and I had to do this run to Walmart where I bought all this stuff I forgot to get. I definitely recommend getting the tabs. They're just easier to deal with than the liquid stuff, and if you get a giant thing of it, it can last you like the whole school year, or definitely a whole semester, depending on how often you wash laundry and how big of a thing you get. They can last you a really long time. If I were buying this for myself right now, I would get this brand. These are the Grab Green natural ones. I have sensitive skin and I try to like choose more natural products and stuff that's made for sensitive skin so that it doesn't irritate me when I wear my clothes that are washed in the detergent. But it's obviously totally up to you. This is the fragrance-free one. It's $18.50 on Amazon right now and there's 60 tabs in it. So depending on how often you wash laundry, even if you wash laundry every week, that would last you 60 weeks, which is more than a year. So this is one of those things that you don't have to keep buying a lot. So as you definitely know at this point, in a dorm room, you have very limited space. This is one of the biggest disadvantages of living on campus, though I totally recommend living on campus your first year. I did, I loved it, lived in a dorm. My dorm room was bigger than most people's, but still not a lot of space. So everything you can do to maximize your space is good. I 100% recommend lofting your bed and then getting some sort of storage drawer situation under your bed. That's what I did. I didn't even loft it that high. Some people loft their bed like almost to the ceiling and put like a full couch and like whole setup under there. You could totally do that if you're into that. I just lofted mine to maybe 3.5-ish feet off the ground, so it was a little hot to get into bed and you could fit a lot of stuff under there storage wise, but it wasn't like a bunk bed or anything like that. So I recommend these drawers. This exact drawer set you can buy at Walmart, Target, whatever. I'm looking at the one on Walmart right now. It's $18. It's $17.98, so it's $18. I like this gray color. I think it would go with my grayish themed room we have going on at this point. This is kind of funny because I have like the idea of the room in my head, but it's never going to be an actual room because I'm not going to college. I already did that, but it's been really fun. So here's the gray one. If one of you guys buys some of this stuff, please tag me in it. I would like to see what it looks like in real life. So I would probably get 2 of these and put them like side by side underneath the bed once it was lofted, and then you would have 6 drawers that were decent size. Going along with the theme of expanding your space, you should definitely get some type of shoe rack. You don't want your shoes just laying on the floor. If you think about your small square footage area of your dorm room, anything that takes up like a lot of floor space, it just spreads out and makes a mess. You don't want to deal with that. So I was really kind of dumb when I went to college the first time, and my first year I just had my shoes like on the floor of my closet, and I did kind of keep them like organized, but I should have had some sort of elevated shoe system because you want to make your space taller instead of spread out, because you don't have a lot of room to spread out, but you do have room to go up. So I recommend this shoe rack. It's really simple and cute. This was like the first one that came up when I searched for this, and I was like, perfect. This was from Bed Bath & Beyond. It's just this light brown color. I think it's cute. It's really simple. It's only $15, and if you use under the rack and then all 3 racks, I could probably fit 12-ish pairs of shoes on here, which is plenty. You could also go the route of getting a shoe rack that goes over the door of your closet. My sister and I had one of those in middle school, and you just kind of put your shoes in the pockets. I had too many boots when I went to college to do that because the boots are kind of too big for it. But if you don't have that problem, then that is an option that pretty much takes up no space because it just hangs on the back of your door, so you're not adding to the space that you're taking up in your room. Next thing that you need to get is a shower caddy. I recommend getting this no matter what situation you're in room-wise, unless you maybe have an apartment where you straight up have like your own bathroom where you share with like your friend. But in most college situations, you're sharing your bathroom with many people, like on a communal bathroom, or like my freshman year, I lived in a suite style. So some people said I didn't really need a shower caddy because it was me, my roommate, and then like 2 other people that were sharing our bathroom. But really you did, because even if there's like just 3 other people using your bathroom. You can't all store your shower stuff, like your shampoo and your conditioner and all that, in the shower. Like, there's not enough room. So I found it convenient to just have the caddy to keep my shower stuff in, and then I could just transport it really easily to the shower and back to my room, and we didn't have like any of those problems where there was just so much stuff in the shower. This one is cute. I found, like the situation with the laundry bin, I recommend getting a solid shower caddy. There's a lot of like mesh and collapsible kind of ones. I just was annoyed by those. I felt like they didn't stand up very well on their own, and they were just kind of floppy and bendy, and if you didn't have enough stuff in there, like, it couldn't hold itself up, and it was just obnoxious. If that doesn't bother you, do what you want. But I liked this one. I thought it was cute. I like the light pink version that's not showing on my phone right now, but I'll put it on the screen. And it just has a metal bar. It's really simple. There's a lot of different colors though. If pink's not your thing, you can look at them. Okay, next thing, alternative lighting. This is a way bigger deal than you would think it is. This is one of those things I probably wouldn't have known if I hadn't gone to college, which is why I'm making these videos for you guys. College dorm rooms have some of the worst lighting ever. I have not been in one that has like a good, like, chill lighting setup. There are these horrible fluorescent lights most of the time. Wow, the sun is coming out and it's making me very glowy. Excuse the lighting as it changes because it was raining and now the sun is coming out and glaring in my eyes. So college dorm rooms have kind of the worst lighting. They're fluorescent lights. They're kind of abrasive, like right above your head. They would give me headaches when I was trying to study and things like that. So I recommend getting some other type of lighting. You can do your own setup. I picked out some string lights and a lamp that I liked, and I think they're both super cute, so get them if you want, or get something totally different. But I definitely recommend having that in mind so that you can have different lighting setups for different things. And if you're trying to study, you're not gonna like get headaches or just be annoyed by how bright and annoying it is. Especially like in the morning, it was the worst to turn on. Like, you wake up, you're not even awake yet, very groggy, very confused. You might have an 8 a.m. You flip on the light and it's just like, oh my god, like, it's so much. My roommate and I almost never used that light. We both had lamps, and then we had like a little light above our sink, and we used those. We didn't use our big light. I got these adorable floral fairy lights. I've never seen these. But I looked them up. They're at Target. They're only like $6 for a string, so you might want to get a couple strings if you're planning on decorating your room with this and kind of using it as an actual lighting situation. But they're so cute. And they have a way softer light, a lot smaller lights, so it will be a lot better than the big lights. I also picked out this lamp from World Market. This lamp is freaking adorable. I kind of want to buy this lamp, like, for my actual apartment. I really like geometric designs. I've been really into geometric things recently. And this is just glass and gold geometric kind of, are these hexagons? Pentagons. Geometric pentagons on the bottom, and then just like a plain lampshade. This is super cute. It's $30, which is, you can get cheaper lamps, but they also break a lot in my experience. So I usually thrift my lamps, or I buy them for a little more money so that they'll last a while. But this one is really cute. This is a great accent for your room. So if you want to get this, and then tag me when you get it so I can actually see it in your dorm room, because that would make my day. Those are kind of what I think of when I think of alternative lighting. But you can totally just run with it. Do what you want. Or if really abrasive fluorescent lighting is your thing, then I guess you're set. If you have hard floors, I recommend like 100% get a freaking rug, especially for when it's cold. Oh my gosh. The beginning of second semester, everyone is dead, just so you know. You're coming back, Christmas is over, you're getting back in the swing of new classes, and it's freaking freezing outside, which makes everything like a million times worse. So you're cold, you're in your bed, you're covered up into your warm fuzzies, and now your alarm goes off. It's like 9 a.m. You have to go to class. Everything sucks. And you get out and your feet touch the freezing cold cement ground, and you're just like, nope, that's it. That's the last straw. All I needed was that tiny thing to nudge me into not going to class. Yeah, so get a rug. I actually had carpet. It was really the worst carpet though. It was kind of like that outdoor carpet that's not that soft or anything, but at least it wasn't freezing. But a lot of my friends who had more traditional dorm rooms had concrete floors. So if you have hard floors, or even if you have like carpet and you want something softer, I recommend getting a rug to have by your bed. This one is really cute. This is just from Target. It is this pink one. Again, I like this light pink color. It's that plush shag, like really soft rug. This is like a very basic bedroom rug that you can get lots of places, but I recommend a rug. If you have the money to get a Persian rug, those are freaking beautiful. Do that. This is a weird school year where we also have to get masks. Probably. I would be shocked if you didn't have to wear them, because pretty much every school, in order to be in person, had to submit a plan of basically how they were going to deal with COVID, because like obviously schools are places where everyone gets sick and like diseases spread really quickly because we're all in really close proximity to each other and touching all the same things. So that's like not good when there's a virus that's very contagious. Masks are like pretty much required if you're not going to be like within 6 feet of people, so walking in the hallways and that kind of thing. I'm sure you guys know this if you're going back to school. Etsy is like the place to get them. People have made such cute ones. I'm going to put these ones I'm looking at up on the screen for you. I just really like these colors. They're like pastel and just really pretty, but there are so many to choose from. The biggest thing is just get them with a filter. I mean, you can have any mask for school, like they just require you to have a mask. It doesn't have to be like a good one. But my dad's a nurse, and he always makes comments about how funny it is that people like have to wear masks, but like not necessarily filtered masks, because filtered masks are the only masks that really like do anything when it comes to filtering the air. The other ones, you're just breathing it through a piece of cloth, which you can still catch things that are contagious that way. Anyway, similarly to laundry detergent, cleaning supplies in general are very often forgotten by college freshmen, so make sure you get yourself some cleaning supplies so your dorm room isn't disgusting. I found these 3 cleaners that you can get in a set. I don't know if this brand is really good or anything. I've never used it, so this was just like the set that I could find. For some reason, cleaning sets are not as common as I thought that they would be, but this one has like a multi-surface cleaner that's safe for wood, a bathroom cleaner, and a glass cleaner, which I think are probably like the basics that you should have. And then obviously you'll need sponges or washcloths or whatever you're going to use. Get a toilet brush, you know. Go to the store. You don't have to get this set or any set. You can just go and pick out some ones that you like at the store. But just don't forget to get them, because that's disgusting if you go an entire semester and don't like actually clean. Also, along with that, get like a broom or a vacuum, depending on if you have carpet or hard floors. Don't spend like a lot of money getting yourself like a really nice vacuum yet. If you don't have your own place, this isn't really the time to invest in a nice vacuum unless you just weirdly have like money burning a hole in your pocket that you're aching to spend, which is not the story of like any college student. So just get like a $20 vacuum at Walmart or something like that. Just something so that your dorm room is not nasty. I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about the fact that some people go the entire school year and never clean anything except to like wipe down. No, okay. Pretty much every school that I know has a lot of really strict rules about hanging things on the walls, like no nails, no screws. A lot of people say no tape as well. So command strips are your literal best friend. Do they work as well as they say they do? Absolutely. I love command strips. They basically, if you aren't familiar, they stick to the wall on one side with a really strong adhesive, and they also have an adhesive on the other side that you strip off. And then you can put, you know, your pictures, whatever. I hung up my string lights in my room with the command strips that have the little hooks that attach to them. There's a lot of different kinds. There's even like big ones that are like able to hold a ton of weight. My best friend in college hung up a giant mirror with those, and he and I were always scared it was gonna fall off. To be honest, I think it did. So maybe don't hang up like a 100-pound vintage mirror with them, but get command strips, because then you can put things on your wall and it'll make your dorm room look a little less like a jail cell, which is what we're going for. The last link I have for you guys is this first aid kit. Buy a first aid kit. That's another thing that you don't just think of off the top of your head, because you're used to your parents having band-aids and all of those things. This one is cute and it's a little green pouch. I liked that, but mostly I picked it out because it is a natural one. So all of the medicines and everything in here are natural and don't have harmful chemicals. All the stuff you need, the bandages and the band-aids and the tweezers and everything. So get a first aid kit, whichever one you want. It's one of those things that like you don't think to buy until you need it, but then once you need it, it's kind of too late. Like if you're bleeding out of your arm, I mean, are you gonna like wrap your arm in like a sock or something and like go to Walmart? Okay, alright. So if you do not have a laptop, you pretty much need a laptop for college in my opinion. You can make do. Like if you literally cannot get one and don't have any form of a computer, you'll survive college. I knew people that did it. But you'll also kind of like live in the library or the computer lounge or whatever your school has forever, because technology is taking over our lives, like it or not. Most of your school is going to be online. So here are my recommendations as far as laptops go. You can buy a really cheap laptop. I'm assuming you don't have like a ton of money to spend. If you or your parents has the money to just go buy you like a brand new Mac, do that, because that will last you like a really long time. But I'm assuming that you don't and that you're just kind of figuring this one out on your own. You can go to Walmart, you can go on Amazon, you can get an affordable laptop, do some research, figure out what you want, out of an affordable laptop. The thing is, all of the times that I have bought a cheaper laptop, they have broken pretty quickly, or they have gotten a virus or whatever. And so in the end, I've actually ended up spending quite a bit of money on these like cheap laptops that are like budget friendly. So what I actually recommend that you do is to get a used version of a really expensive laptop. So I got a MacBook Pro that was, I think, 3 years old, and I got it my senior year of high school. So I used it for the last year of high school and then for college. And that thing was the best. It literally worked flawlessly, so quickly, had lots of storage space. I never had any problems with it. It was super cute. I loved it. It worked up until the time that it died, which was last year, and then I got my new Mac. At the time that it died, it was like a full 7 years old, and it had been used most of the day, pretty much every day for most of its life, because I was on my laptop all the time for school, and then I had 2 jobs in both of them. I had to be on the internet a lot for it, so that thing was like running all the time. So I paid, I think, $500 for it, which was less than half of its original cost, and it turned out so good for me. I got totally all of my money out of it. So that is what I recommend that you do. I definitely recommend looking at used. eBay can be good. Amazon has a whole section of used. They also have certified like new, which is usually a little more money, but you might get like a nicer product. The biggest thing to pay attention to is just one, return policy. Make sure that it has a really good return policy. I had to send one used laptop back because it wasn't updated like as far as it said, and when I tried to update it, like it couldn't update. So I just make sure that whenever you buy it, it has like a full 30-day, you can return it, no questions asked kind of return policy, because you don't want to spend money and then have to send something back. The second thing you want to pay attention to is the specific pictures. Never buy a used anything that's expensive if it doesn't have the exact picture of that item. If it just has generic pictures of like a Mac in general, or a Surface Pro, or an iPhone or whatever in general, don't buy it. Just buy ones that have the exact pictures, because you want to see any imperfections, a tiny dent, a little scratch, whatever, and then you can decide if it's worth the money to you. Obviously with Macs, most people put them in cases, at least I did, and so a little tiny scratch wasn't a big deal to me, but if you want to have yours out, it might matter more to you. So you just want to make sure that you can see what you're getting and that you have the option to return it if it's not what you want. Those are pretty much all the items that I think that you should buy for school. As far as packing, I think clothes are probably the biggest thing, because most of the other stuff you'll just bring what you have, but like clothes and shoes you probably have more of than will fit in college. Like I said earlier, the big thing is space. You just don't have a ton of space. So I'm going to give you 2 tips on packing clothes. If you guys want me to talk more about this, I could post about it on Instagram or something in more detail. But the first thing that I think you should pay attention to is season. If you live close enough to your home that you're going to visit your parents before it starts to get really cold, then I recommend that you bring mostly all summer clothes initially, and then just a few warmer things for the occasional days that it might be cooler outside. The thing is, you probably have a ton of sweaters, and like, why would you want to take up all the space that you have with just like sweaters and coats and these like big items that are just going to take up space, and you can't even wear them because it's not cold. It's so hot when you start college. So keep that in mind. Obviously, if you're going to go to college really far away, or you're not going to be able to go back and visit your family, you'll just have to juggle with the space that you have. But if you have the option to bring summer clothes first and then kind of switch those out partway through for warmer clothes, then that is my recommendation. The second thing is just remember, bring clothes that are realistic to you and to your style, not to this idea of a person that you want to be in college. I think when I started college, I was always asking myself like, okay, like this is my time to like reinvent my style and like wear different things and be this like different kind of person than maybe I actually was. And I wanted to wear like what I thought like a college girl should wear and stuff, you know? There's like those YouTube videos that's like what college girls wear or actually wear, whatever. And the reality is, it's you, it's just you. You are now a college student, and so what college students actually wear is whatever the freaking heck you actually want to wear. And if you bring clothes to school, which I did this, that are like these clothes that are uncomfortable and just like fashionable, but in this like sense of who you're not actually, and the fashion that you want to have but you don't have it, I didn't wear them. That's the thing. Occasionally I would, but they weren't that cozy, and they would just sit in my drawer and take up space, and eventually I just gave them to the thrift store and went with a different style. My style evolution has been interesting. It kind of got reinvented many times. That would be a funny video to go back and talk about. I have a lot of bad outfits, but make sure that you are bringing clothes for what you realistically will actually wear. If you are a cozy person like me, and when you wake up and go to class, on most days you're thinking about what's comfortable, don't bring like all these dresses for parties and like uncomfortable pants and crop tops and stuff, because that's not what you want to wear. Bring what you want to wear. Bring your leggings, bring your jumpers, bring your cozy shirts, bring whatever the heck you want to wear. And yeah, like bring balance. There's going to be some nights you want to dress. There's going to be, if you go to church, then you might want nicer clothes for church. You might just want to dress up some days. There were random days that I was just like, I'm going to dress up for class today. And so I had those things. But the majority of your wardrobe should be the things that you want to wear the majority of the time. If you are like my best friend in college and you just weirdly want to wear suits to class, like a lot, then go for that. I mean, like, I think that most of his wardrobe was like really nice clothes that most people would only wear like on a special occasion, and like the minimal part of his wardrobe was like sweatpants, because he didn't wear that very often, and it worked for him because that's what he wanted to wear. So it's just about you. It's about who you are. Wear what makes you happy. Your style will evolve on its own as you develop as a person. So focus on becoming happier and healthier and living a lifestyle that you enjoy and that makes you excited to wake up in the morning, and things that make you passionate. And then as that happens and as you grow up as a person and get more mature and develop on the inside, the outside of you is going to change. You're going to find that you gravitate toward different styles of clothes and home decor and everything, and that's just the process of becoming an adult, and it's natural and fun. So don't like force it or feel like you need to go out and just buy a whole new wardrobe for college, because everything will come with time. And you, as you are great. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. I love making these videos about school. Please comment down below if I forgot things, which is possible and likely, and if there are things I mentioned that you totally would have forgotten, because that would be cool too. Let me know if there's any of the items that you're going to be buying, and where are you going to school? Are you excited? I'm excited for you. I'm excited to keep making videos. I have some really fun ones coming up, and hopefully you will just feel more ready for school whenever it starts, and just be confident that you can succeed. I am going to be making videos throughout the school year about all my study tips, how to write good essays, how to take good notes, all that stuff, and I'm totally here to help you guys. DM me on Instagram, leave comments if you have questions, and yeah, thank you guys for all your support, and I will see you in Wednesday's video.